Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talk. So as you can see, the chickens are doing good. Um, this is the later, not the first batch that I had. The first batch that I've had for a couple years, but there's only 10 left. These are the oldest batch for this year. As you can see, they are getting big. Pretty soon I'm going to be eating the roosters. Not sure which one I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep one. You guys can let me know which rooster you think is your favorite. This is greenish one. He's black, but he's got some green feathers. He's an Americana. There's this gray one right here. He is a barred rock. As you can see, he's a pretty one. I like that one kind of. And then, let's see. There's another one over there in the back. And then that white one, little white one right there. Not sure which one's going to be the one that I keep, but oh, and there's this brown one right here. So those are the biggest. They're starting to get to the point now where they're starting to not get along with the other ones. So I'm probably going to have to kind of have a couple for dinner one night. It's part of having chickens. You know, you don't want to feed 100 roosters, especially if you live in a neighborhood where people they could start to complain with too many roosters. They start making noise in the morning and stuff. They've been eating my grass heavily, as you can see. They will dig around, but once the rain starts coming, it's been really hot, so everything's kind of dry right now. But once it cools off a little bit, when summer comes to an end, we start getting some rain, then a lot of this will all grow back pretty quick, unless it really gets dug up. You can still see that there's still grass in there, as you can see here. Once they take it down to sand, though, there's not much coming back, so that's why I may end up moving this cage over a bit or something before they totally wipe it. Thought he was about ready to holler. But we'll go check out the smaller batch too. So these are the smaller ones. These were the later batch that I had, and there's actually 2 batches were mixed in here. I might actually move that big cage over here. All it is a dog kennel. I got lucky and I got it for like 50 bucks on Facebook. So, but these ones I let kind of run around the yard. They kind of keep my grass. I'm not mowing it at all right now, only because they'll keep working it down for me. I might go over it one day, but I mean, we're kind of in a dry spell right now. Not getting any rain. I'd rather not cut it, just let them kind of eat it and go from there, because they will start eating the very tips of the grass first, and then after they eat the tips, then they'll work their way down, and then after that they'll start digging it. Once they start digging it, they're kind of killing the grass. So I'm gonna wait. It can't really replenish as quick as they can eat it if I mow it. So that's the whole reasoning behind that. I don't really want to separate any of these until I figure out for sure which one the roosters are. The other batch looked like I had all hens at first, kind of like these look like all hens, but really it has a lot to do with their size because they're still so small. They all look like hens. Then there's this little guy. He's actually a wild one. As you can tell by his white feet. He actually came from a friend that has a bunch of game hens and roosters, and but they're fun to watch. They're fun to hang out with, and they actually keep me company. But I'll be glad when they start making eggs. Yep. Right now they're kind of a handful, but I enjoy them. I enjoy coming out every morning getting my eggs. I'll jump over. I just got 6 eggs from my other batch. In fact, let's go over and look at them. So in here, I apologize. I'm right next door to the dogs. The dogs seen me and they get riled up when I come in here next door, so they might start barking. But as you can see, these are my egg layers. Aside from there are a couple roosters in here, I'll probably be thinning out the roosters. There's 2 or 3 of them in here and 6 or 7 hens. I get about a half a dozen eggs every day from them. And then there's one sitting right up there all by himself. So, and then I just have like a water trough, and they dig around in here and do whatever. But I don't want to get rid of these ones just yet. They are getting older, so I will be getting rid of all of them pretty soon, but I'll be giving them to someone else that don't have any right now, and just kind of wants to get some eggs once my other ones start producing eggs. So they tend to fight in here a little bit more, especially with multiple roosters. So, but let's get out of here. We're getting them riled up. They don't like me being in here. So you guys kind of got a update on how they're all doing. I know people have asked me, and I really ain't been able to reply. I had a couple people ask me questions about can you leave the eggs in there before you put them in the incubator. I tend to leave mine in if I know I'm going to be incubating next week. Say hypothetically, if not in the middle of summer, but in the spring or the fall, when it's not super hot. I mean, it gets up to 100 some days. It's a little cloudy today, so it's not bad. But I will actually leave my eggs and let them accumulate before I actually put them in the incubator. So that way they'll just kind of all come out about the same time. Otherwise, you just keep opening it and closing it. It's not really that great to be doing that. I try to leave it closed down as much as possible. It won't, I mean, some people say it ain't gonna hurt it, but I prefer just to keep my temp constant. So now over here I do have a mix too. I have some the black and white are bantams. The checker pattern one, like this one right here in the front, that's a barred rock. The brown ones are mostly man, I paused the camera real quick to try to remember the name of the brownish ones, and I just can't think of it off the top of my head. Haven't done many chicken videos lately. A lot of my time's been spent on the economy, as silver and gold just keeps skyrocketing. If you guys just tune in a lot for the chicken videos, consider looking into silver and gold as an investment, because it is moving up fast. But we talk a lot about that, so if you haven't watched any of those videos, you may want to check them out. But I understand there are people that just tune in for certain subjects. I mean, there are channels that I watch for like one subject, but they do multiple subject matters on their channel. So, and one of the things I try to do is I will take the food when I scatter it and I'll throw it in the area that has the tallest grass, because as you can see, they're beating it down. They'll come running over looking for the food in there, and they'll cut the grass down a little bit. But so with that being said, guys, I thank you all for watching, and definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. I'd love to hear what you guys think, so leave me a comment. I was hoping I was going to be able to remember what these brown ones were, but just can't seem to remember now. Must be getting Alzheimer's. But with that being said, guys, definitely hit that thumbs up. Most importantly, leave me a comment. And if you're not already subscribed, please definitely subscribe to the channel. And I hope to see you guys again on Tsquare Talk. You guys have a great one.